Good evening, and welcome to Mahomet-Seymour High School Class of 2023 graduation. Will you please stand for the singing of our national anthem. Our national anthem will be formed by seniors Elizabeth Hanson, Ella Scott, and Samantha Johnson.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets prickly, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good job. You may be seated. Thank you, Elizabeth, Ella, and Samantha, on a fantastic job. My name is, yeah, that's great. Good job. My name is Chad Benedict. I'm the principal at Mahomet-Seymour High School, and it's my pleasure to welcome members of the Board of Education, faculty, parents, and family members, honored guests, and especially members of the class of 2023 to our first ever graduation at State Farm Center. Tonight is the second year of our recognition program that presents seniors with the opportunity to speak this evening. This evening is dedicated to the class of 2023, and what better way to showcase your unique narratives than through the words of your peers. To commence our festivities, please join me in extending a warm welcome for our first speaker, Miss Elizabeth Paraguay. Lizzie has attended Mahomet-Seymour schools since kindergarten. During high school, she's been active with the Principal's Advisory Council, Student Council, and served as Student Council President this past year. She's been inducted to National Honor Society and Spanish Honor Society. Lizzie will be attending Illinois State University and receive the Presidential Scholarship. She'll be studying bilingual elementary education. Welcome to the stage, Miss Elizabeth Paraguay. You can go down from the middle stairs too, okay?
Okay. For those of you that know me, you know that I have always had a slightly unhealthy obsession with Hannah Montana. Like seriously, when I was younger, I was convinced that I would grow up to be the Hannah Montana. Now fast forward to my freshman year of high school in my speech class, every freshman's worst nightmare, we were assigned a digital media speech. The instructions were to create a speech on a piece of media that was transformative in your life and explain why. At first, I struggled to come up with something that I felt this strongly about. But then I remembered Hannah Montana and how she'd always been there for me. At that moment, I made it a goal of mine to incorporate this Disney show obsession into at least one school project each of my 4 years in high school. I was able to accomplish this my freshman, sophomore, and junior year. Now it is time to check the last box. Remember in the Hannah Montana movie, the song The Climb? This song made me realize that while tonight is so important and special to all of us, what really matters is the journey that got us here today. The bug project that we all thought would be the end of our lives, the online test during COVID that definitely none of us cheated on, the MAPS testing that was dreadful only to turn around and take the SAT, And of course, all of the tears shed trying to figure out why math was ever created. And while some of these moments might have got the best of us at times, there were always people around willing to pull us back up and encourage us. Classmates and teachers that turned into friends. The people that you never saw suddenly became the faces you couldn't wait to see each day. Maybe in the struggle is when friendships are developed. We're not meant to climb alone. Homecoming week, the fierce competition of it all, hallway decorating, class floats, powder puff, spirit week, court, and trying to pull off the night of the dance. My junior year, the hustle of everything led to an extreme exhaustion. The kind of exhaustion that can only be fixed by sleeping for 48 straight hours. Unfortunately, this meant that I would have to miss the parade and powder puff. But looking back, I'm not entirely sure why I was all that worked up about it. I mean, my team didn't need me warming the bench to win against the seniors. Shout out to our girls and coaches. Anyways, my absence isn't what I remember most. It's everyone else's presence that I remember. People stepped in and helped me when I was sick. I had to keep thinking, what would Hannah say? Gotta be strong, just keep pushing on. That's from The Climb. What do cat food and fire alarms have in common, you ask? Flashback to 6th grade when the fire alarm sounded on our first day back from winter break. We had to trudge through the trenches of the junior high track in our new Christmas shoes. Meanwhile, we were being pelted by a rain-sleet mixture falling from the sky. Even though it was at the price of our new swag from Santa Claus, we got to go home early that day, so that's a plus. Cut to 3rd grade after a long field trip day, made even longer by a load of cat food blocking the interstate. Aside from the disasters we've conquered as a class, we have many accomplishments. Our sports and arts are doing phenomenal this year. Mahomet Memes was created by one of our very own, Madison 80. We have assigned parking, and we get a lunch all to ourselves, with the added bonus of eating at 1 p.m. There's always gonna be another mountain of cat food. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Hannah's always right. 30 years from now, is it really going to matter? We'll look back and laugh. Why is that? Because of the people. People give us perspective. Surround yourself with people that encourage you and want the best for you. So I challenge you to go find your people in the world, the people that you can climb with when the going gets tough, the people that will help you maintain perspective on what matters most. The journey has been worth it, the climb with all of you.
Thank you, Lizzie, on a job well done. I'm honored to share the stage tonight with leaders from the Mahomet-Seymour School District. Members of the Mahomet-Seymour Board of Education, would you please stand to be recognized? Mrs. Sonny McMurray, Mr. Justin Lamb, Mr. Max McComb, Mrs. Rebecca Severins, Mr. Jordan Rock, and Mr. Kyle Jordan. Thank you for joining us tonight. Joining us on stage as well is Dr. Kenny Lee, Superintendent, and Chief School Business Official, Ms. Heather Smith, Assistant Principal and Director of Athletics, Mr. Matt Hensley, Assistant Principal, Mr. Patrick Bailey, and Assistant Principal, Ms. Marissa Franks. Thank you for joining us this evening and your service to our students. I'd like to take a moment and thank the Mahomet-Seymour Education Foundation for their support of our first ever graduation at State Farm Center. With the assistance of the foundation, we've been able to provide additional media services for tonight. The foundation's commitment to supporting students and staff and positive educational experiences is second to none, and we're blessed to work with them. Thank you for helping us recognize the class of 2023. At this time, I'd like to introduce our second speaker tonight, Miss Madison 80. In her 4 years at Mahomet-Seymour High School, Madison's been very active with speech team, drama club, color guard, Principals Advisory Council, and served on the first ever Principals Advisory Council cabinet team. Madison will be attending the University of Missouri, double majoring in journalism and hospitality management with minors in business and theatrical design. Welcome, Madison.
I never really understood the concept of school spirit. In junior high, even freshman year, it didn't really appeal to me. I mean, I'm not a sports fan, and orange isn't really my color. So the idea of going to a football game and sitting decked out in the student section wasn't exactly my ideal Friday night. Instead, I just sat on the end zone in my band uniform. But sometime last year, something clicked. Maybe it was the fact that I was actually paying attention to things happening at the school. Gotta get material for the meme account. But suddenly, I understood why people loved their schools so much. And I realized how amazing we are. School spirit isn't just class colors and a fight song, both of which we stole, by the way. It has a little more originality than that. When we were in elementary school, school spirit was the 100th day of school and listening to Who Let the Dogs Out at the dog walk, which I discovered was not written for our school and is not about bulldogs. In junior high, school spirit was the die dash and Bulldog bucks. But now, in high school, school spirit is about something much more. School spirit is about pride. Pride in every accomplishment, every trophy, in everyone around you. You feel it when the marching band wins Governor's Grand Champion, when speech team goes to sectionals, when seniors dominate at Powder Puff, when we bring home a state champion wrestler, when our football team wins, and wins, and wins. A big shift from freshman year for sure. School spirit is when you're not only proud, but grateful to be a Bulldog. I know school spirit no longer sounds like a real set of words, so I'll wrap it up. But before I go, I have one request for you. We as seniors are expected to have retained a lot of information over the last 12 years, and honestly, that's not really fair or realistic. So I'm only gonna ask you to remember one thing. In 10 years, you don't need to remember CDR's rants on conceptualization or the allegorical message of Animal Farm. Don't spend time trying to recall the groups on the periodic table. Honestly, you've probably already forgotten the name of the 13th president. It's Millard Fillmore, by the way. I definitely don't expect you to remember my name. If you're only going to remember one thing, please never forget that it is always a great day to be a Bulldog.
Thank you, Madison, on a job well done. Tonight we have the honor of having esteemed members of our Mahomet-Seymour High School staff on stage. Please stand when your name is called. Mr. Tim Leibarger, Mr. Dan Ryan, Mrs. Jamie Colbert, Mr. Keith Pogue, Ms. Rhonda Ericke, and Mr. Michael Stevens. These teachers serve as our division heads, and they epitomize the excellence and dedication of our entire high school staff. Thank you. The Mahomet-Seymour School District is truly fortunate to have an exceptional team that works tirelessly with our students from kindergarten through 12th grade. I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to every staff member for their unwavering commitment in serving our students and their families. Your devotion, enthusiasm, and willingness to go above and beyond to challenge students to grow both academically and personally are deeply valued and recognized. May I request that any staff member of the Mahomet-Seymour School District kindly stand to be acknowledged for their remarkable contribution. Thank you to our teachers, support staff, and fellow administrators in the Mahomet-Seymour School District. Coming to the stage at this time is Mr. Ethan Bice. Ethan's been involved in the freshman mentoring program, serving as a mentor. He's been active in FCA and led many huddles. Ethan's also a member of the National Honor Society. One of Ethan's biggest roles has been yearbook staff member. Ethan has captured many of the moments of high school through photography and video to help preserve memories that will last a lifetime. Ethan plans to attend University of Illinois to study media and cinema studies. Mr. Ethan Bice.
Good evening, everybody. I want to say good evening to my fellow class of 2023 members, and good evening to all the amazing people up in the rafters who I can barely see, and it's very dark. But good afternoon, good evening. Thank you for being here. I'm a walker, so I need to stay right here because the mic's here. I usually go back and forth, but we'll stay here. Like Mr. Benedict said, my name is Ethan Bice, and I've had the pleasure of going to school with these wonderful people my entire life. I'm a Mahomet kid through and through. I've been here my entire life, lived in the same house, drove the same 3 streets to school forever. And so it is cool being here tonight and getting to see a bunch of faces that I've grown up with. Kids I played basketball with back in the day. When they'd pass it to me, I'd hit the 3-point shot. It was amazing. I got cut from the 7th grade team, but that's okay. It's okay. But yes, we've made so many memories together, from Middletown that then got blown up. I'm kidding, it didn't get blown up. But from Middletown to Sangamon and playing football with Mr. Kabuti, and shout out to that, and catching touchdowns and not getting tackled by the one mean kid on the field. I'm kidding. And so, so many memories from all the schools. And yeah, I wish I could talk about all of them, but I don't have enough time because I want to get you guys home before 10 o'clock tonight. But yeah, it's crazy thinking back to all the different times of, triumph, and shout out to the football team who's been amazing last 2 years, like Madison said. I love taking pictures of sports, so I'm on the sideline getting flicks left and right. And so yeah, it's been awesome. It's been awesome. And most of you know my story in the room. You know that I've been in seasons of my life that have not been the best. But what I do know is that in seasons of heartache or loss, you need people in your life to help get you through. And I'm so thankful to Mahomet-Seymour because it's given me some of the closest people I've ever needed in my life. I met my beautiful girlfriend Reagan here at Mahomet, so shout out to her, my prom queen. Oh yeah, give it up. Give it up. I wanted to wear the crown, but it kept slipping off the cap, so I decided that was a no-go tonight. The sash and the cords, it didn't work. But I met my wonderful girlfriend Reagan, my 2 boys, Jake and Peyton. Shout out to you guys in the crowd. And so yeah, I'm so thankful to Mahomet because it's given me people in my life to help me through seasons where I needed people. And I hope that's something that you guys felt too, that school, I know it's not perfect, but at the same time, it gives us people who can change our lives. It gives us people who we get to go to school with every single day. And so this past year, I've learned a lot about myself and a lot about what makes me happy and what gives me joy. And one lesson I've learned that it is so important to love people. Love is so powerful. If you can love somebody and you can love them deeply and actually care for them, it can change everything. And so in true school fashion, I came up with an acronym for tonight because you wanted to keep learning after graduating. You said, let's keep learning like we're in English class. Sorry, Colbert, I know you're an English teacher. It's amazing, you guys are doing great work. But the acronym is, you guessed it, LOVE. So L, it stands for laugh. Make sure you guys laugh. Laughter is my favorite type of medicine. The joy you feel when you laugh personally or somebody else around you laughs is so powerful. Make sure to laugh. O stands for opportunity. I believe we were all placed on this planet for a reason. And that means we all have an opportunity to make ourselves better every single day and make the people around us better every single day. And I'm not saying you need to go and cure cancer or be the next president of the United States, although some of you in the crowd, I think you have the skill set to do so. So when you do, remember me and call me, and remember I set you on this path. But I'm kidding again. But opportunity. V stands for view. Real quick, take a look around. This could be the last time we're all in the same room together. Perspective is so powerful. How we view our lives and how we view each other is so powerful. So soak in this moment, class of 2023. We might never be here again. I hope not, because I don't want to graduate twice from high school. But take a look around. Make sure you guys view yourself well. Make sure you view the people around you well. And finally, E stands for engage. Make sure you guys engage. You know, high school is not perfect. I know, shocker. But the thing that is great about high school is that it forces you in a way to engage with people for 4 years of life. I look out and I see people of all sorts of different backgrounds, from sports people to band kids to brainiacs to photographer weird kids. I'm talking about myself. That's not shade to anybody else. Don't come at me with that. But we all have a story, and we all have an opportunity to engage. So make sure, as you take this next step out of high school, make sure to engage with people. Be present in every season, and always encourage each other and love each other. So, love, L stands for laugh, O stands for opportunity, V stands for view, and E stands for engage. Class of 2023, we did it. We're here. We're about to graduate. You can cheer for that. Heck yeah. Come on now. Come on now. And real quick, I want to thank all the teachers and administrators in the house and who have been helping us the past 4 years, who've helped us grow as better people and better students. I want to give a shout out to my family over here. Yes. My cheering session up there. I can't see any of you, but I know you're up there. I hear you. I love you all. But I want to give a shout out to all the families who have helped us all grow and become the men and women we are today. And finally, I want to thank my fellow classmates. I hope you guys have enjoyed high school in some form. I know we've been through the ringer of COVID and Google Meets and cheating on tests. I didn't say that. But yeah, it's been special. It's been fun. And I hope it means something, because it's been something to me. So I'll leave you with one thing, and it's the word love. Love the people around you. Love your family. Love your neighbors. But most importantly, love yourself. Thank you.
You know, the amazing thing is I've got 3 pages worth of speech and it was still on the first page. You never flipped the page. Good job. Really good job. At this time, I'd like to take a moment to recognize the families of our graduates. Graduation's a significant milestone that marks the culmination of years of hard work and dedication. For many graduates, it wouldn't have been possible without the love and support of their families. As they walk across the stage to receive their diplomas, they carry with them the pride and joy of their loved ones. As poet Maya Angelou once said, "I sustain myself with the love of my family." Would the immediate family members of our graduates please stand? To the families of the graduates, we extend a heartfelt appreciation for all that you've done to support and encourage your loved ones along the way. Congratulations to all of you. As a token of our appreciation, graduates in the back will receive a carnation to present to their families, courtesy of our student council after the ceremony. I'd like to take a moment and let's give it up for our wonderful band tonight. They are under the direction of Mr. Michael Stevens and Mr. Evan Bossenbrock, and thank you for providing us the fantastic music. Our next speaker, Miss Eliza Noonan. Eliza is a part of the National Honor Society, captain of the varsity dance team, and helped establish the Student Mental Health Education Awareness Program. Eliza will be attending Illinois State University and plans to explore opportunities in public speaking or business management. Please help me, Miss Help me welcome Miss Eliza Noonan.
Hi, everyone. My name is Eliza Noonan, and I moved to Mahomet and started attending Sangamon Elementary in the middle of my first grade year, and it was a huge difference from my old school. The teachers were a lot nicer, and the principal was a lot more involved, and the kids in my grade were a lot more inclusive. Our school is different than many other schools because I moved here when I was 6 years old, and I've been going to school with the same people ever since. I was looking at yearbooks the other day with Macy, and in her kindergarten yearbook, I saw pictures of most of the kids I'm graduating with today, and that's really cool. So let's reminisce about what we have all been through together. Here are 23 memories of the class of 2023. Number 1, we had half days and milk at snack time at Middletown Prairie. Number 2, we did the Recycled Animals project in first grade. Number 3, we experienced Mr. C's infamous lunches with the visitors and the robot on the stage, and we had a big wall painted with food and bulldogs, and Mr. Kabuti would throw things at the wall, and whatever food it hit, if you had that food, you'd hold it up, and then you'd get like a reward for having that food, and it was super fun. Number 4, the third grade spelling bee. Shout out to Sabrina, who's not with us today. She beat Clayton, who's also not with us today, but he spelled the word Sunday wrong because he didn't capitalize the S, and that's funny. Number 5, we had a big glass cabinet in the library at Lincoln Trail where kids were able to bring their collections, and so whenever you'd go to the library, you could look at this glass cabinet and look at everyone's collections, which I always really enjoyed. Number 6, we did class dojo points in 4th grade, and everyone had a little monster, and you got points if you were good and got them taken away if you were bad. Number 7, we did the Rube Goldberg competition, and shout out Miss Prather's class because you guys got the farthest. Number 8, we did the Oregon Trail unit in 5th grade. Number 9, the summer before our 6th grade year, most of us went to Tools to help prepare us for junior high. And I remember sitting in Miss Claire's classroom, which is an 8th grade classroom, and I was like, oh my gosh, 8th grade is so far away. And now I'm graduating, so that's weird. Number 10, like Lizzie mentioned, the day after Christmas break in 6th grade, the fire alarm went off, so we all had to evacuate the building. But it was pouring rain, and it was freezing, and we were all in our new stuff because it was the day after Christmas break, and then we all got to go home early. Number 11. In junior high, there was a big group of boys when we were separated by gender for lunch, and Jake Calmer got on the stage, and everyone started throwing apples at him and saying, "All hail the chicken patty." And then they all got in trouble by Mr. Fisher. Number 12. In 8th grade, we all got to wear our white class of 2023 t-shirts to our awards night, or our award time at school. Number 13, we got a hot dog and a bag of chips at Barber Park. Number 14, we all went to Grady's in 8th grade for our end of the year incentive. Number 15, the summer before our freshman year, we were introduced to high school with GRIP, and then we experienced our FMP the rest of that year, which is a super cool thing that our school does, the freshman mentoring program. So we were able to have the juniors and seniors help us along our freshman year. Number 16, we're the last grade to ever experience a school-wide assembly in the gym because now everything's virtual. Number 17, we're also the last class that did the 80s dance. Number 18, freshman year, we all went to spring break, and then we didn't come back until sophomore year because of COVID. We had pass or fail classes. Number 19, sophomore year was our A and B year, where half of us went to school at one time and the other half was at home on Google Meets. Number 20, the day that we no longer had to wear masks and finally got to see each other's faces again. Number 21, we took the last MAPS test, and we got through our hardest year of high school, junior year. We're the last required year to take SAT prep, but that helped us prepare for the dreaded day of April 12th, where we all sat in the field house and took the SAT. Number 22, we won Powder Puff our junior and our senior year. and number 23, we did not get to paint our parking spots, but some of us painted a ceiling tile. Many of us literally went to school together as 5-year-olds, and now we're graduating together. We all got 23 tacked onto our names in Sangamon, and we didn't really understand what that meant. We experienced so much together, from holding up our empty trays in our little cafeteria at Sangamon, to running across the track in the pouring rain, to now walking across this stage. Congratulations to the class of 2023.
All right, the time has come, diploma time. It's my pleasure to introduce Assistant Principal Mr. Patrick Bailey and Assistant Principal Ms. Marissa Franks and members of the Board of Education for the awarding of the diplomas.
Thank you, Mr. Benedict. Before I begin announcing our graduates, I would like to point your attention to our honors recognition program, system in our program. Students who have earned a cumulative GPA of 4.75 or higher are designated with the highest honors and are wearing a white cord. Students who have earned a cumulative GPA of 4.35 to 4.74 have achieved high honors and are wearing an orange cord. Students who have earned honors have a cumulative GPA of 3.9 to 4.34. These students are wearing a navy cord. Graduates, families, and friends, I ask that you please hold your applause until each senior has a chance to walk across the stage. This helps us ensure that every graduate's name can be heard. Madison Samantha 80. Trinity Carolyn Allen. Brinley Susan Allison. David Andravas. Aris J. Armanoff. Josiah Christopher Avery. Marshall Grant Bacher. Trevor Gregory Bailey. Cameron Lewis Bartels. Maxwell Henry Bartlett. Ethan Charles Bice. Naya Dior Beecham. Brooke Danielle Begwin. Audrey Rebecca Berman. Zachary Corbin Byer. Mallory Ann Burkbickler. Elizabeth Diane Bodine. Wyatt Edward Baum. Caleb Andrew Boykin. Avery Taylor Buchanan. Logan John Burr. Caleb Isaiah Bundren. Abigail Christine Bunting. Madison K. Bird. Robert Paul Byron II. Ian Edward Camacho. Thomas Alexander Carpenter. Ivy Jane Lee Carrington. Mateo David Casillas. Sebastian Andre Chamorro Rosales. Madeline Elaine Clark. Addison Arlen Collins. Marissa Renee Corey. Rachel Denise Corson. Colton Dale Crowley. Timothy Lawrence Cubberly. Catherine Elaine Dahl. Emma Ryan Dallas. Nicholas James Demos. Cadence Marie DeSalle. Elena Marie DeWitt. McCain Maddox Didier. Taylor Marie Dietz. Gabriel Giuseppe DeFanis. Roman Aureliano Di Girolamo. Zachary Cole Doring. Carter B. Doman. Adam James Dyer. Taylor Marie Easter. Ava Alexandra Eckley. Dayton Reese Eisenman. Tyler Matthew Emmerd. Charlie Elizabeth Farron. Mackenzie Grace Fitzgerald. Olivia K. Fulkin. Kaylee Nicole Fulkin. Jaden Nicole Fondren. Carly Lynn Foos. Madeline Danielle Gady. Brielle Laura Galvan. Tori Faith Garner. Hannah Michael Garth. Jessica Lynn Gert. Mitchell Paul Gilbert. Dakota Allen Goebel. Nicholas Benjamin Golden. Sarah Elise Gosnell. Bree Ann Gowdy. Madeline Rose Graham. Savannah Rose Grammer. Kennedy Loren Grenadino. Hayden Ryan Grodelucian. Mark Steven Sandico Gutierrez. Sydney Svetlana Hafner. Ty James Hall. Zachary Cole Hammond. Elizabeth Ann Hansen. Camden Allen Harms. Chloe Sue Harper. Ethan Michael Harrell. Boston Maxwell Hart. Blake Ryan Harvey. Caden Matthew Hatton. Anthony David Headley. Luke Ronald Henkel. Eliana Grace Henricks. Ella Treese Harriet. Claudia Marie Hesse. Kaya Ashley Hildreth. Morgan Marie Hildreth. Lauren Leanne Hobbs. Hannah Marie Hoffbauer. Tyler Jack Hollenbeck. Connor Bodie Holly. Emma Grace Holliday. Jack Andrew Holt. Let's go, Jack. Evan Matthew Honingford. Carter John Horacek. Braden Philip Houchin. Brennan Derek Hauser. Brooklyn Ray Howard. L. Lauren Hubble. Peyton Olivia Hunt. Callie Teresa Jansen. Samantha Carmen Johnson. Elena Sue Jared. Austin John Melgard Johnson. Carter Dean Johnson. Jameson Patrice Jones. Reese Victoria Kasbergen. Emma Teresa Kassam. Alexander Joseph Kiefer. Jeremiah Evans King. Mason Charles Kissling. Ryan Todd Kohler.
Christian Norman Lambden. Tyler Heath LaRoe. Brooklyn Marie Lawhorn. Jenna Ann Ledden. Maya Annabelle Lee. Carter James Logsden. Nora Sabine Lozar. Ella Grace Luna Drone. Reagan McKenna Lutz. Aniket Anoop Malhotra. Colton William Mannon. Macy Ann Manuel. Ava Renee Maring. John Cole Marshall. Peyton Dean Marshall. Kaylin Rose Marks. Mitchell James McAnally. Kira Grace McCoy. Alexander James McHale. Kayla Ann McKinney. Jaden Daniel McMurray. Aiden Thomas McNamara. Laura Jane McNaught. Chloe Lee Merkel. Delaney Fern Miller. Nicholas Finn Minich. Cole John Morgan. Wyatt Alexander Morchizer. Fletcher Michael Munns. Arlo Rafferty Nelson. Dallas Nelson. Lauren McKinley Nelson. Ryan Brooklyn Nelson. Eden Grace Olsey. Eliza Lene Noonan. Elizabeth Grace Ann Paraguay. Lauren Alexandra Olson. Savannah Rose Orgeron. Michael Harry Panagakis. Shiv Eklovia Patel. Madison Lorelei Payne. Alexis Gabriela Perez. Mackenzie Elena Petrick. Reese Renee Pletcher. Alexander Fager Pope. Cole Gordon Popovich. Chloe Jacqueline Pruitt. Caden Joseph Raquel. Madison Lee Rashi. Mason James Rashi. Theodore Kyler Ratliff. Paulina Rebollo. Carson James Reed. Aubrey Lee Rhodes. Ezekiel Isaac Roach. Andrew David Robinson. Grace Marie Rodabaugh. Quentin Michael Rogers. Avery Sol Rosa. Anne Elise Rose. Sadie Elizabeth Ross. Claire Elizabeth Sampson. Martha Nagash Samuel. Maya Pauline Shigadans. Peyton Wendell Schrock. Ella Shao Grace Scott. Julia Schultz. Wayne Noah Schweiger. Cale David Schweihart. Carter Jacob Selk. Trenton Robert James Severins. Luke Jordan Severns. Morgan Christian Siebold. Reagan Renee Shelmadine. Gavin Chase Shepard. Elena Ann Schoaf. Caden James Simpson. Sabian Carl Simpson. Corbin Alexander Six. Aaron William Smith. Liam J. Snipes. Ryan William Snook. Ezekiel Joseph Spitzner. Shaylin Aileen Standifer. Elijah Aiden Stell. George Chase Stevens. Caitlin Rory Stewart. Yeva Christina Stoops. Janelle Grace Straub. Callie Marie Stutzman. Sean Michael Summers. Ella Marie Terry. Durbin Olivia Thomas. McKenna Jolene Thompson. Nicholas Sinarja Tajetti. Ella Helena Trevelyan. Owen Michael Ebelair. Jill Christine Eukin. Adam Dean Davis Ullman. Michael Oliver Underwood. Jenna Marie Wade. Benjamin Scott Wagner. Jacob Daniel Waldinger. Benjamin John Wallace. Kyle James Walmer. Valiant Gabriel Walsh. Sydney Michelle Ward. Brady Harrison Welter. Ethan Robert Whitaker. Gage Thomas Williams. Reese Xander Wilson. Ainsley Paige Winters. Blake Douglas Wolters. Addison Eileen Woolsey. Ryan Grant Yancey. Joshua Michael Young. Eric James Ziegler. Ryan Andrew Ziegler. Please join me in a round of applause for these amazing graduates. I would like for the students who will be heading into the military after graduation to please stand and remain standing to be recognized. Thank you for your commitment to proudly serve in the United States military. Please join me in a moment of silence to recognize and remember those that could not be here to celebrate with us tonight. Thank you. At this time, I would like to invite Senior Class President, Miss Elizabeth Hanson, to the podium to give her graduation speech, to address her fellow classmates, and to lead them in changing of the tassel. Lizzie has been extremely active at Mahomet-Seymour High School. She served as a section leader and woodwind captain and marching band, was a 4-year jazz band and madrigal member, and participated in the variety show and many musicals. Lizzie was a mentor in FMP and served on student council as class president for all 4 years of high school. She will double major in music education and vocal performance this fall at Drake University. Welcome to the stage, Miss Elizabeth Hanson.
Thank you very much. So my name is Lizzie Hansen, and I have had the honor and privilege to serve the class of 2023 since freshman year as their president. Right now, my peers and I are in this weird transitional stage of life where many of us are recognized as legal adults, but still feel like and are treated like kids in many ways. Our IDs are still vertical. We've barely been driving for 4 years, but we're expected to make major life changes and decisions while simultaneously being in the midst of understanding who we are as individuals. I'm going to share with you a few words which have motivated me in the midst of trials I've faced throughout my whole life, as well as reinforced my identity. We rejoice in our sufferings, knowing that suffering produces endurance, endurance produces character, character produces hope, and hope does not put us to shame because God's love has been poured into our hearts. This comes from Romans 5:4. At this point in our lives, each of us have faced a trial of some sort. If you don't believe me, recall freshman year, for example. It was off to a pretty decent start, and then second semester hit. We had no idea entering high school that for the next 2 years we would be living in a world so broken, fearful, and lost due to a virus. Most of us did not experience the entirety of what high school had to offer, but at the same time, the optimist in me acknowledges that we were given many new opportunities and traditions we would not have had otherwise. During the course of our high school careers, we've experienced many sides of life. We've lost loved ones, we've grieved, sympathized, and empathized with others. We've struggled with battles, whether that be physical, mental, or emotional. We felt pressure from others, as well as pressure from ourselves. We've made mistakes, and sometimes learned from them. We've had seasons of prosperity, and there have also been moments where we've failed. But despite all of these things, we've persevered. So if you're sitting here today, I congratulate you because you've achieved one of life's many milestones. Now back to those words I read earlier, that suffering produces endurance. Endurance produces character. Character produces hope, and hope does not put us to shame. I cannot recall a time where I came out weaker after a trial. I am who I am today because of what I have faced. Often we do not consider how quickly life changes and the fact that we are not always in control. Take a family member of mine, for example. Just over 2 years ago, my cousin Ellie was T-boned by a train going over 40 miles an hour. I cannot think of a situation that grew my faith and hope more. Miraculously, she survived and is actually here today with no long-term damage. Just an incredible testimony of God's grace. I say this to make the point that in moments of helplessness, all we have is hope. Hope is the thing that has and will continue to sustain me for the rest of my life, and it is truly the thing that keeps me going every day. I have hope for the future. I have hope for all of your futures, because I'm not willing to accept that we are done learning, done growing, or that this is as good as life is going to get. My hope for you is that you understand that your worth and value is more than you could ever know or understand. And whether you admit it or not, you've impacted those around you. As we enter this new stage of life and prepare to face more trials, my hope for you is that you see them as opportunities to grow and to learn and to come out on the other side stronger than you were before, with a deeper understanding of yourself and others. Know that your trials are not for nothing. Thank you. Now I ask the class of 2023 to please stand as we conclude our graduation ceremony. Please join me in moving our tassels from the right side of our caps to the left as a symbol of hard work and achievement. Congratulations, class of 2023.
Ladies and gentlemen, Board of Education and staff members of the Mahomet-Seymour School District, isn't it a great day to be a Bulldog? It's my privilege to present to you the Mahomet-Seymour High School class of 2023. Congratulations.
lights off. If everyone